first of all, some people might find some of this quite controversial, but I did a lot of research, and actually, when you are under stress, you might produce a lot of cortisol, which generate a lot of cravings. So you will notice that you eat a lot during the stressful time, or you might not absolutely eat at all. So when you're going through stress and you know it's a stressful time, make sure you have little meals throughout the day. There was a fantastic study that shows that if you eat every 3 hours, just little things, it lower your level of cortisol by 17%. That's a lot. So if you're going through a lot of stress, make sure you pack your bag with little snack. It can be a little handful of nuts, it can be an apple, it can be a banana, but you have to have healthy snacks. Let's make sure that it's healthy snacks, not your bar of chocolate or your sugary kind of snack or your crisps. I'm talking about proper healthy snacks, and that would really help out balancing the cortisol release. Don't skip meals. Even if you are not hungry in that moment, make sure your body has enough fuel. So make sure, example, that you never skip breakfast. I know many people, and they're like, oh no, I wake up the last few minutes and I'll shoot off, and then I don't eat until, 12 o'clock. That is wrong. That when you wake up is the highest level of cortisol. You're probably commuting, you're running for work, you need even more of that energy. You are running on an empty barrel. So definitely is a big no. Make sure you have a good protein kind of breakfast, including all wheat and all meal kind of cereal. Oats, example, porridge, absolutely fantastic. Put a little bit of cinnamon, because cinnamon helps to balance your blood sugar. Make sure you are not running low on level of energy for breakfast, and don't skip any meal. Make sure you have time throughout the day to at least eat 3 times your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. And I always say, don't get from breakfast to lunch totally starving. Have that little break. So if you have your breakfast, then you have a couple of nuts or a yogurt if you eat dairy, or a banana. Then you will have your lunch, really well constructed with protein, with your fats. It's really important that you're having good fats, like an avocado example. Then you have a little gap again in the afternoon. Then you have your dinner, and then you finish. Sometimes you might need a little bit after dinner as well. Why not? Go for it. As far as a healthy snack, go for it. Try to eliminate, if you go through a lot of stress, all type of refined sugar. It's actually been proven that sugar can increase the level of anxiety, because more sugar in your bloodstream, including that one that it was released from your cortisol, might get you spinning heads, it might get you nauseous, it might generate a panic attack. So cut it off completely. Add a lot of protein, and we will see how good the amino acid for balancing the level of cortisol. So make sure that you have in a lot of protein into your diet. We always say is about 0.75 grams per kilogram of body. So average, you will have about 20 grams of protein daily. Make sure you integrate those always. Don't forget about the good fats. Like I was saying, it can be an avocado, a little bit of olive oil in your salads. Actually, the fats in the olive oil, they're having cholesterol. There's a good type of cholesterol, which makes us to have the bricks to produce the cortisol, but also to produce your hormones and our vitamin D. So very super important you having good fats in that. So it can be your sesame oil, it can be your olive oil. Make sure you integrating in your diet on a regular basis. When you eat your meals, don't do it on the run, like having a sandwich walking. Selena, some problem it pose is anyone still see me and hear me properly? Can you please let us know if it's my connection or... Oh, it's back now. Okay, perfect. Zelene, please tell me if anything goes wrong. So what I was saying is, make sure you don't eat on the run. Take that break. Eating is very important It's half an hour, you sit down and you eat your meal. So please take your break. It's very, very important. It's part of your self-care. And if you do that, don't do it in front of a TV, because you're going to end up eating more, probably not even paying attention on what you are eating, and you're not chewing it properly. So switch off everything. That's your moment. Chew well your food. Enjoy that food. Make sure you're chewing it properly, because chewing it properly, it's starting a proper digestion, and proper digestion, it means absorbing most of our nutrients. So make sure that you pay attention on that as well. Avoid caffeine, obviously, we know that. Avoid excess alcohol as well. 1 glass, 2 glass, fine. The bottle is never a good idea. So I know it can be very relaxing sometimes, but not on a daily basis. And we know that. I shouldn't even mention it, but if you know someone that is doing it, maybe one of your clients, make sure that you say to them, look, you need to cut down on alcohol, because it will release more cortisol and it makes you to feel worse. And also all the juices. Some people, they're like, oh, but I have so many juices. Yeah, maybe from concentrate on package, that is only sugar. If you have to go for sugar, if you have to go for juices, make your own juices, mix vegetable and sugar together. Intermittent fasting is okay. You might find it stressful on the beginning. Your body might find it that I'll probably start an intermittent fasting while I'm in holiday, so I'm not having any extra stress. And then once my body finds the balance, then it's okay, because it's actually intermittent fasting is giving a break to your body to regenerate. So absolutely fine. If you are doing it, keep doing it. But if you are starting it, make sure that you're doing it in a protected environment for the first week or so, and then you can resume your regular life. Avoiding foods, then they might trigger an inflammation. So lactose, eggs, or the wheat example, like gluten, they might trigger an inflammation. Your body might feel your body might feel under threat, so increment the level of cortisol. Absolutely no, a big no if you're already stressed. So try to avoid that food. Also, because during level of cortisol, definitely it makes me apparently it's good for your blood sugar. You might need time to adjust. If you can't do, I don't know how you're doing it, but normally I would suggest one day yes and one day no, like the 2 to 1. So 2 days I'm eating, 1 day I'm not. And always make sure if you're feeling crap, it's probably because you are not having enough sugar, so your body is detoxifying with that, definitely. But also make sure you have a lot of water, because the headaches during the intermittent fasting, they're mostly about the dehydration. So make sure you drink a lot of water. And to ease it up, you can also have some other kind of smoothies or protein kind of drinks to help you easing up, and maybe you will have one meal replacement for a while, and then you can start again. Try on different ways, but your body will tend to adapt, and definitely is good for your blood sugar, and definitely is good for your hormonal balance, and also for the regeneration, because during the fasting times we regenerate. Does anybody has the same problem of Sandra? She said that I'm keeping coming out. Is everybody having the same experience? Can you let me know, Anda? The last thing is, if you are going through a lot of stress and you are piling up a lot of body weight, thank you, Lisa, don't diet. That's something then I will actually suggest. Don't go on a strict diet. So Sandra, everybody telling me then they don't have any problems. So it might be your connection, I'm afraid. Even Jose saying that he can hear me clearly. So it might be your connection. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is, don't start a diet during high level of stress. That's because a calorie restriction might send a signal to your brain, then you actually starving, and that's will increase your level of cortisol. If you want to do a diet, make sure at least you don't do a calorie restricting diet. So there is different type of way our body producing energy or use energy while we digesting our food, example. And if we, example, eat vegetables, we can have a lot of them, and actually we spend more energy to process them and burn more calories than here we go. Yasmin sending a very good tip for the intermittent fasting. She's saying to have your last meal at 6, drink a lot of water or herbal tea, absolutely, and then eat a breakfast when you get up, and usually you don't feel crap. Absolutely, I agree, 100%. So what I was saying is your body will use, example, 20% of energy to digest your protein, but only 2% to digest fats, and only 10% to digest your fat, so your carbs. So, and that is the way of your body works. So make sure then when you reduce the calories, you reduce the bad one, like the carbs, like the fat, but do not cut down, example, on protein or in vegetables, and they're mostly fibers. Make sure you keep those, even if they're part of the calories. Sometimes an avocado might look, oh my God, a lot of calories, but they're good type of calories. Keeping it in your diet. People, they make often that mistake.